to the Mod Squad Horror Show. I'm your host, Harley, as always, joined by the wonderful Brandon.
Hello.
And we have the fabulous Felix also.
So,
Okay, let's start our show off with our sponsors. Guys, go check out Skullectomy by Jolt 7 Studios. They're on Facebook. Her skulls are awesome and one of a kind. And also go check out Straka Art. He is also on Facebook and he's got Christmas sale going on right now. And he just did 8 crazy nights of Christmas. Have t-shirts, guys. Go to our community and let us know if you want a t-shirt or a beanie. Let's move on to news. Kill Me, Charlie Day starring in dark comedy murder mystery.
He's so
Yes,
fun. That's
I
awesome.
absolutely love him and everything he is in. He is just hilarious.
I was gonna say the same thing, like him in anything he does.
So I'm actually looking forward to seeing this being a horror comedy movie because usually those horror comedy movies turn out to be pretty good. Max shares first look footage from Welcome to Derry in 2024-2025 preview video. They did that with us. It was in a coming soon of all the things for 2024-2025.
hmm
But the
Yeah,
picture
it's
of
the
it looks
preview
pretty
video.
awesome
Everything
because
they
of
have
all
coming
the
out.
You might sound look like a lived in, 19, what is it, 50s Derry. Well, they haven't said if Bill Skarsgård signed on to come back. I don't think he
They
did,
haven't. Yeah, I
but
don't know. I was wondering that too.
it's gonna be the whole clown thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll
Well, and I
end
think
with
it's
this Bill
interesting.
Skarsgård in the clown outfit. I'm just assuming here.
Yeah, it's interesting because they're going back to like the 50s, right? Which is when in the original it like in the book and then the original made for TV movie, that's when it took place with the kids was in the 50s, and then with the newer one, the Andy Muschietti one, they updated it to the 80s, because it's been 30 years since the last one came out. So it's kind of cool that they're going back to the 50s. I always loved
Yeah.
that time period with the book and the original movie.
How can you go wrong with that? I'm so looking forward to this just to see the backstory of it and everything.
Really, guys. Yeah, you can only pick one: Pennywise or Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
I mean, Tim Curry was great for the time, the with the made for TV movie version of it, but I will say Bill Skarsgård's was perfect for the newer uh the remake, the more modern Pennywise. It's a tough one, Felix. I'm still probably gonna go with the classic Tim Curry.
Same here.
From Bloody Disgusting, Bruce Campbell teases the future of the Evil Dead franchise. New movie every few years. We really do hear.
That's what they were saying. Yeah.
It may be an anthology type thing where it doesn't really follow a specific person or people, and it's just the I can never say the name of the
Yeah.
book,
That's what they should do.
and it's more of
The
just
Necronomicon.
what
That's
yeah
what
what
they
we
should
just
do.
saw. It's not going to be like every 30 years
Yeah,
or
I would.
something that he said. It's going to be we're going to start seeing them more frequent, not like in your every year, but every couple of years.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't mind seeing like loose ties between the movies, but like, maybe like references or cameos or whatever, but trying to stick with the same people, it gets boring after a while. I
Yeah.
say bring in new blood every time, no pun intended, and just make a new story, new setting. Like I thought the book being found, or the record being found in the high rise in Evil Dead Rise was awesome. It was a really fun take on it. Do the setting every time and give us a new one every few years. That's a great idea.
Your monster images. Melissa Barrera finds monster living in her closet in Sundance movie. Just looking at these pictures that I'm going to show you guys, it kind of reminds me of Beauty and the Beast, and it on it. Okay, this is the first picture that they showed us.
Mhm. That's the monster, huh? Yeah,
Yep,
he
that's the
totally looks like
monster.
a beast type character. I guess he more just looks like a just an ugly dude with some weird deformity.
It looks like a caveman.
It
Yeah,
looks
a
like
little
those
bit.
Geico commercials. Whatever
Yeah, the
happened to
Geico
them? They don't show those
caveman.
anymore.
Did you see they made the TV series Cavemen it was like a spin-off
Did
of the
they?
Geico Cavemen. It was cavemen like living in the modern world. I think it only went like maybe one season, if not. I
I
don't know
didn't
if it
ever
even
even
made it
heard
a
of
full season.
it.
That was probably what 10, 15 years ago, something like that when it was out. Yeah. I remember watching it. It wasn't that great. It didn't live very long.
Let's move
But
on
that's totally
to.
what he looks like.
It looks like a modern Beauty and the Beast, like a whole new take on it,
Yeah.
just a horror take on it. Yes, Beauty and the Beast is kind of horror if you think about it, but it looks like it's a whole new take on Beauty and the Beast, in my opinion. Okay, let's move on to our trailer. It is Black Mold.
Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what
Sometimes in life you get dealt a hand you don't know how to play. Sometimes someone gets an idea in their brain. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. An idea on its own can be more than enough to make it real.
It's okay to cry, little star.
Mm-hmm. Brady has something for you.
That looks fun. I love that exactly. It's perfect.
Been showing a lot
Yep.
of really good
It's
shows
perfect.
here lately. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just me, but a lot of the
Oh,
non
yeah.
well named streaming services have been doing a lot better than the well named ones.
For horror for a long time than especially Netflix. Netflix has sucked for horror for a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
when like every month or so there's a list that gets put out with new horror that's showing up on streaming services, and Netflix is always at the bottom of it. Shutter is up there, Screenbox is up there, but especially Tubi. I mean, they have a lot of it's lower budget, but I like to see them getting into like the Tubi originals. They've done some of those before, and they've
Yeah.
been kind of shitty, but this one actually looks pretty good. So I'm excited for that one.
But in all
I don't know what the hell they're doing, but like they cancel shows after a season or two that people are really into, pissing people off. They
raise the
their
price.
Netflix originals are usually pretty good, but yeah, they're raising their prices and stuff. It's like I don't know. I don't know what's going
They
on with that
just
company. They
recently
need their
gave,
shit
or not
together.
recently, but a while back, gave a guy $50 million to make a TV show, and he just took off with the money,
Oh, really?
That's
or something
horrible.
like that.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's the problem. I am looking forward to the new Zack Snyder Rebel Moon movie that's coming
Rebel
out
Moon,
this
yeah,
month. So that's yeah.
which they
Oh,
just released. It's going to be on a day earlier, which I don't know why that's a
Yeah, I
big deal,
saw that.
but it's going to be a
Yeah,
day
they're
earlier.
making a huge deal about it though, like it being, wow, we're releasing it early. It's not even a whole day. It's like
couple
Like
hours
5 hours.
early.
good job, Netflix. Yeah, super, super.
Okay,
Yeah.
time for our horror rewind. Our movie is Silent Night, Deadly Night. Silent Night, Deadly Night is a 1984 American slasher film directed by Charles E. Seller Jr. and starring Robert Brian Wilson, Lillian. I'm not even going to butcher her last name. Yes, I would, but I'm not going to. This film was released by TriStar Pictures on November 9th, 1984. Now go ahead and play that footage.
4 days before I was born. Movie fucking rules. The sequel does too. Garbage Day.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
They need to update this movie. I totally see it being pretty good.
Santa Claus eventually. Don't watch out. Santa Claus eventually. Don't watch out. Santa Claus eventually. Don't watch out. Santa Claus eventually.
If Elvis was
Don't
made in the
watch out.
80s.
Santa Claus
You've made it through Halloween. Now try and survive Christmas.
Yeah,
Silent night, deadly night.
Something about Trash Day.
yeah.
Okay.
It's so
What do you
awesome.
remember about that? Have you seen it recently, Brandon? I know you go back and watch all the
Yeah,
time.
I think it's been a few years since I watched it, but that's just some really fun 80s cheese horror. I absolutely love
Yeah.
that movie. I watch it on most Christmases. I think last year, I don't think I watched it last year. I know I watched the sequel, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Awesome sequel. Um, Garbage Day. The Garbage Day scene is fantastic, but um yeah, the kills in that one are a lot of fun, especially they showed a brief little clip of it. You see the shadow, him pinning the girl with the antlers, the deer
Yeah,
antlers
that
going
got
through
me.
her. Pretty bitchin'. Yeah, yeah. Some really fun kills. They don't pull back.
Okay, time for horror movie trivia. Okay, remember, guys, you each get a question, and if you don't know, the other person gets a chance to answer the question. Okay, who would like which serial murderer is indirectly based on Psycho?
Wait, what is Psycho based on? Like the real life murderer?
Yep.
I want to say, I mean, like every freaking horror movie killer is based off of Ed Gein, but is it Ed Gein?
Yes, it is.
That's what they say. But you know, I have a hard time with that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Game
But
was
okay,
after Psycho.
No?
What? That's because I was thinking Ed Gain too, because like Brandon said,
No,
everybody's Ed Gain, but
everybody says Ed Gein. Yeah,
wasn't Psycho like 1950s? Wasn't Ed Gain after that? When was he
Ed
killing
Gein was the
fools?
50s. No, Ed Gein was killing people in the 50s. Um, maybe even earlier than that. But let's see. It says, yeah, the Butcher of Plainfield. Yeah, 1957. So yeah, he was killing people in the 50s, and then Psycho came out in what, the early 60s, wasn't it? 60. So if they say so.
That's real close.
Okay,
Yeah,
Felix. What is the actual name of Pinhead in Sylvia Baker's original novel, The Hellbound Heart?
Clive
Okay,
Clive Barker.
Clive Barker's original novel, The Hellbound Heart.
I was tripping on that. I'm like, wait a minute, are we not talking about? Um, I don't know. Brandon might know it.
Brandon, do you know it?
Character's name,
Uh huh.
I never actually read it. I've heard it at some point, but I don't remember what it was. I don't remember.
Mr.
Um,
Head.
yeah, I
Mr.
know he
Head.
had some.
No,
No,
that
yeah,
is not it. His name was Hell Priest.
I think I
that's right.
knew
Yeah,
that.
Hell Creek.
Fuck.
Yeah, I knew it at one point, but I couldn't think of it fast enough.
Okay, guys. Well, that is it for this episode of the Mod Squad Horror Show. Guys, go check out Back to the Retro Review, the Daily Dank, the last podcast you'd want, and all of our other shows. Your War Show, go check out the movie show, the gamer show, and we go live every Saturday night with a giveaway. And also go check out our community. That's where all the fun happens. Look us up on Facebook and you will find us. For Brandon, Felix, myself, and the entire Mod Squad, see you in your nightmares.
See ya.